Well, hello again, everyone. I am Gary Gatto, and welcome to P1's Broadcasting's coverage of Round 6 of Season 8 of the longest continuously running DW12 series on iRacing today. It's a Dark Horse Racing Series presented by The Joy of Driving. Coming to you tonight from Auto Club Speedway in Fontana for our second of 4 250-mile races this season, and first back-to-back 250-mile races, or only back-to-back 250-mile races this season. It is the Joy of Driving 250. Joining me in the booth, well, we'll get to that here in a second, but welcome everybody to the broadcast as we got about 33 seconds left here to play in qualifying. Cars are still taking time. Peterson provisionally on the pole at the speed of 224.4. Dinsdale at the speed of 224.3. Wags at 224.3. And Povolonis at 224.3. And Schaus with a 224.2. All right, let's get into the business at hand, is because we have started off this season already in our first 5 races with 5 different winners, and in fact, not a single one of those winners is in the points lead. So that's the next thing we want to get to here really quick, as we are getting ready to be joined by our color commentator here, or I'm the play-by-play analyst. We need the color commentator. That's right. So we'll be getting ready to be joined by the color commentator, Terry analyst here, as I believe he's on his way back up into the booth. But let's get into the start of this here. As already Dinsdale is gridding up. Let's get into tonight's starting lineup. And Peterson on the pole. And Peterson having quite the season. Got his first win. And this is his 3rd pole in a row. So he got the pole at Iowa, got the pole at Kentucky, got the pole here at Fontana. So 3 entirely different racetracks. We got our shortest oval of the season. We got an intermediate-sized speedway. And then we have a super speedway here in Fontana. He is on the pole. Right next to him is Dinsdale, then Wags and Povolonis. High Song and Schaus are defending series champion. Luis Gonzalez Nunez lining up in row 4, but not lining up on the grid because he's going to be joining us here in the booth. Gary Brubacher, JB, is going to have an open slot next to him, and Pahutsky is going to get an opportunity to move up a little bit. Guilherme back in row 5. Teed and Forsyth back on row 6, Stouffer and Santos. Row 7, Johnson and Coker on row 8. Lovern and Hayes on row 9. Anderson and Murph, who is hot off just getting back from Indy, the real world Indy, for watching the Brickyard 400. He had to rush back home so he can get back on the sim. He is your points leader coming into this event. He's on row 10. Wilson and the prodigy Kirkenbauer back on 11. Marcamini and Stearns on row 12. And Slotterbeck, Gavin AJ in the lineup. And Morales, Jomo back on row 13. 26 cars starting tonight. I don't think all of the paint jobs have loaded as they should. And we will work through that. And joining me in the booth is Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Luis, welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough race. Already did a practice around the track. The draft is really strong. Yeah, it's a lot of confidence for the people around to you, and it's gonna be a good race today here in Fontana or California Speedway.
And there you see him. He's actually lined up, so he's going to take a lap and do a start and park here. So here we go. Green flag in the air. First time we're doing a race with one of our commentary actually on the racetrack.
Let's make it official, because you know, if you want to make it one lap, have to be. If you want to make the point, you have to be retire the car with one lap. So it doesn't make sense. Like oh, I did a qualifying and or enter to the lobby and then retire the car. It doesn't make sense.
Well, they're 3 wide in front of you. As you're going to ride the bottom, coming through turns 3 and 4. And here comes your lap. You are now qualified for points, and now you're battling for the lead. Thinking about taking it 4 wide. Go ahead, take it 4 wide. Why not?
No, I don't.
No.
I really kind of scary about that. The car is going up. To be honest, when you have a dropping and your front, the car is going up. It's not like going what you think. So it's really tough, really difficult. The car, it doesn't matter if it's DW12. It is difficult. It's still difficult.
And they are riding over the head of LGN as he goes to the high line. Mark Murphy sets the purple lap at a 2:19.9. Getting to the bottom of the racetrack, and he is pulling off. He's going to go ahead and retire the car right now and join us in the booth. You can speed coming to pit road. I guess it doesn't matter.
No, I don't want it. Okay, let's pull it here.
And Eric Schaus is now your leader, your defending series champion. As let's get Trading Paints reloaded here, because first of all, Peterson not in his correct car.
I didn't realize Peterson have a Marlboro livery until today, until last in Iowa. When I figured out, oh, that's a livery for him. I didn't know that until that day. To be honest, even Charles Teeth also too.
Yeah,
so
Teed, there he is, Teed. Teed's in his older livery that normally he's in. That's the old Robbie Gordon when he drove the Toyota throwback there. Jeff Hysong in third spot, goes purple. Then Teed ups it to 2:22.7. So for some reason, Peterson not loading in. We kind of had this problem on Dark Horse, during the Elite Racing League. So we're trying to do a Force A reload here. As everyone's getting loaded back in. Peterson, Hysong, Stouffer, Schaus, Wagner. Here are your points coming into today. I can get you those. Here they are. Full screen. Murph with a pretty sizable lead over Peterson right now. Schaus in third. Martin's in fourth. Martin's not in the lineup today. Pahutsky in fourth. Pahutsky's in the lineup. LGN, he's going to get the points, and whatever points he gets for 26th, he will get for today. Matty Wags is probably going to pass him. So is Jacob Wilson. And Charles Teed, 9th. Craig Forsyth, 10th. There you see the remainder of the top 20. So normally when I have these problems with, let's do this. And let's go to graphic settings and let's do that. That should take care of everything. Oh, as we are sliding around in the back there. No, it does not take care of Peterson's livery. We'll do another reload, and then we'll see what happens. There we go. 100% professionalism here at P1. Keep trying until we're successful. Stouffer, your leader, and man, Stouffer has broken away from this lead duo of, or actually P2 duo of Haisong and Teed. Wagner, and kind of the, that's a Roberto Guerrero, bit of a Roberto Guerrero throwback, I believe. The Interstate Batteries livery, but I don't think it had Gillette on it.
Oh.
No, Guerrero drove the Interstate Batteries for a while, the Interstate Batteries livery. I have to go back and see what year that was. Right behind him is Shane Dinsdale, started on the front row. Peterson started on pole. He's in 6th. Schaus, started defending series champion. There he is in the Hot Wheels livery at the hot pink wheels. He is in 6th now, in 7th there. 3 wide coming off the corner. And Murph, who started deep in the field, he's up 12 spots. Right with him is Vitor. Right with him is Craig Forsyth. Joust goes purple that time by. So 94 Indy 500 livery by Roberto Guerrero. A Lola Buick was an Interstate's battery, but it had Pagan Racing on the side pods. I don't remember Gillette.
Roberto Guerrero.
Well, it could be. I see 93 and 94. See, Jeff Andretti and Roberto Guerrero drove the 21 Interstate's battery Lola Buick Goodyear for Pagan Racing. So it must have been 93, Jeff Andretti. Yeah, it must have been 93, and he did have Gillette on the side. So that is Jeff Andretti then. A Jeff Andretti throwback. Going deep. Deep in IndyCar lore. Matt Wagner.
No.
Oh, contact coming off the corner. And that is Pahusky. He goes sideways to the inside, but he catches it. But he's going down in the order as right now his tires are going to be really upset.
Oh, non-net code. It just, he thought it's maybe a little bit more far for him, so at least it's okay for Husky, no big deal. Thank for him, it's not like the old California with grass in the
right, yeah.
Right? If it have a grass, it should be go to the wall, but he saved the car and continued there in the, which position?
Pahusky is in 18th position right now.
Yeah.
Stouffer out to 0.8 of a second lead. That might as well be 8 seconds right now because he is just out of the draft envelope. The draft envelope of these cars do not extend very far. You would think they would extend farther with all of these little aero kits and bits and bobs on them. That you'd think they'd punch a big hole in the air, and in reality they did. However, in the sim, the envelope only goes about 0.6 of a second behind the car. And then other than that, he's driving in airball by himself. So there you see Haisong about a second behind with Teed. Oh, Wagner almost bangs wheels with Haisong. But they are clearly out of the draft envelope, and they're going to have to work together if they want to pull Stouffer back in, because if Stouffer is faster alone than they are together, he will start to pull away. And you just do not want to give a kill shot to Chris Stouffer that early in a race and allow him an opportunity to put the field at a huge disadvantage. This is a 250-mile race. We're doing 125 laps here tonight. We still have a long way to go as Murph takes a peek down to the bottom under our defending champion, Schaus.
Oh, can I say something?
Go ahead.
I can see.
Yes.
From your
Yes.
iRacing.
Now we got to turn it off. There we go.
There we go.
I
don't have to figure it out now.
Yeah. Toying around, getting all the graphics to load. Again, semi-professional outfit here at P1.
It's Sunday, sorry. Everything allowed on Sunday.
Hope everyone enjoyed the IndyCar race today. I thought it was a bit of a snoozer. 3 wide down the backstretch. Murphy to the bottom. Dinsdale in the middle. High Song stays high. Yeah, the race was basically dominated by Alex Palou. Got the pole, got the win. Did everything but get the Grand Slam. He did not lead every single lap. Siegel led some laps there for a while. Schaus to the bottom. Trying to get a bead on Dinsdale. Dinsdale underneath Murph.
Oh!
Whoa! Yep, there it was. Yes, that was close.
Man.
Gary
That's
Lovern.
what I'm talking about. Yeah, so you know what? The problem about that is when you make the pass for the second line or maybe basically close to the first line, you're going high, but when you decide, for example, myself, I going behind Eric, I decide to make the long turn. For sure I'm going to pass him, but the problem is he's coming up and he's going to the wall. So he needs to slow down, and he'll slow down maybe 10 miles or something like that, 15. I'm going more faster than him, so I already have that incident in practice, maybe 2 times or something like that. So it's something you have to pay attention. They have to pay attention about that.
Big run on the high side for Peterson over Lover. Now here comes Schaus following Peterson on through. A little bit further back, we got 2 of the Leaner Energy squad racing side by side at the start-finish line now through 1 and 2. Stouffer out to now a 0.4 of a second lead as Wagner starting to run him down. Wagner back in the draft envelope. Wagner will have the use of the draft to pull himself back into a shot for the lead here. Wags now driving for Track Rocket Racing. Checking in chat. Clay Kirkenbauer checking in. Indy just got home in time from the biggest kart win of his life today. 21 karts. He won his race that he was in earlier today. So congratulations to the prodigy Indy Kirkenbauer. There he is in 15th spots. He is racing Povolonis. The big cheese and the mac and cheese.
There.
Murphy blinks, but he's back. Murphy was at the Brickyard earlier today. Watch part of the Brickyard 400. I didn't see much of it. I saw about the opening 20 laps or so, and then I switched to the IndyCar race. And then I saw the gimmicked finish, of course, the green-white checker finish. And thankful that IndyCar does not have that.
If they have that, maybe the history of the winners, it could be changed.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Castro Neves or Marco could be win the race.
Yeah.
Or
for
maybe
sure.
Scott Gutierrez. Maybe Scott Gutierrez have the lap.
Well,
back.
I'll tell you what. If IndyCar had it, I would tell you someone that would not. Well, there's a good chance they would still have. There's a moderate chance they would still have their 3 IndyCar wins or three Indy 500 wins. But each one of Dario Franchitti's wins at Indianapolis came under caution. Each one of them. So is it possible that he would have been able to hold on in each one of those races to keep getting the wins? Who knows? It's the Indy 500. It's for a reason. Go ahead.
or Montoya. Montoya, I think so. The race in Montoya by Yellow.
Well, I
No.
thought he finished under green. I think he finished under green. I thought he did. Tony
what about
Kanaan.
Paul
Tony
Tracy?
Kanaan. Tony
Yeah.
Kanaan finished under caution.
What about Paul Tracy? He should be win the race that day.
Oh, it could. Yeah, it's very, very. If they had the green-white checker in 2002, it's very possible that during the green-white checker restart, that Paul Tracy catches Castroneves because Castroneves was about to run out of fuel.
Oh, that's a good. Oh, Palou also too.
Palou,
yeah.
I think Palou.
Yes.
Well, this year Palou won under caution. If he got a green-white checker, that would have been interesting because he would have been a bit of a sitting duck on the restart.
So, talking about the race, Eric Anderson is in pit. Morales is out, and it's coming a Stoffer to pit now.
Wags
Any
is the
others
leader.
coming to
Stouffer on pit road. Also is
Yes.
Dinsdale and also is Teed. Scheduled stops at lap 30 of 125. So they're going to go 30. Looks like they're going to do every 30 laps then, as we have been green the entire way. IndyCar has raced here 14 times at California Speedway between 97 and 2015, including 2 times in 2002 when the IRL ran here in March and the CART series ran here in November. Of the 14 races, 9 were 500 milers, 4 were 400 milers, and 1 was shortened to 440 miles. It was a 500-mile race, but it was shortened because of darkness. This was before they put lights in here. Lights were installed in 2003. The last race the IndyCar was involved in here was 2015, and it is arguably one of the best and most exciting IndyCar races ever, and you should check it out on YouTube immediately following this race. The MAV 500 won by Graham Rahal. As we see our leader, we'll get the lead back again, excuse me. This is Stouffer.
Ooh.
Frank Forsyth on pit road right now. Now, the CART track record, interesting thing about CART every year but one measured the track at 2 miles. One year they measured the track at 2.029 miles. That was a year. Oh, we have one of the Leaner Energy cars, and I think that's Vitor missing his stall. He had to roll back into it. And Craig Forsyth down on the way back, ready to join. But the year they decided to use 2.029 miles for the track distance, that was when Gilles de Ferran set the closed course speed record here in 2002 with a speed of 241.2 miles an hour. And to date, only Fontana remains the only oval in the world that has recorded an official lap above 240 miles an hour. The IRL IndyCar track record set here by 4-time Indy 500 winner Helio Castroneves set that in 2003 at the lap of 226.7, which seems pretty pedestrian compared to what Gilles de Ferran turned. The fastest ever 400-mile race was held here. Sam Hornish Jr. Accomplished that feat with a speed of 207.1 en route to his victory here in 2003. In fact, the all-time wins leaders here are Sam Hornish, Jimmy Vasser, and Adrian Fernandez, each with 2. However, Fernandez is notable because he is the only driver to win in CART and in the Indy Racing League. That's everything you need to know about Fontana as we are back racing here. 2 of the 4D cars up front now. We got Stouffer and Forsyth, and also now joining us is our points leader, Mark Murphy, who is in 3rd, and they have themselves a little bit of a cushion. Back to the next group, which is Wags, Highsong, and both of the Team Penske, the Marlboro Team Penske liveries of Teed and Peterson in 6th and 7th.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna turn off. Oh, Bahusky DC for him. Fuck.
Yeah, man, he's out. And I've been corrected by someone already in chat. It was 2000, Gilles de Ferran. That is right. I think I said 2003, and I was wanting to say 2003 Indy 500 winner Gilles de Ferran set it in 2000 with a speed of 240. So we say we have someone that meticulously combs and makes sure everyone on commentary says the right things. Thank you very much. Here we go back, and there's a third group back there. That is Lovern, Santos, and Schaus. Now, if Santos can somehow get up in this lead pack, you should watch him. He is pretty good in this car on this racetrack. Hard to believe the record, though, by Gilles de Ferran was set 25 years ago. You would think after 25 years, Indy cars could go faster. But no, never, haven't been. That is when technology and speed met. That was when both lines met on the chart right there in 2000. Haven't been faster anytime since.
Man, thinking about the hybrid push stuff in this track. Maybe no, they're gonna be faster, to be honest. No, they're gonna be still slow. Maybe more slow than they had in that time. But still, for sure, it's super dangerous. It was dangerous to be here over the 250 or 200. Sorry, in draft actually 240 in draft, and hit the wall. And that speed is like a.
Watching this second group with Lovern, Santos, and Schaus trying to get up to the next group, which is led by Wags. Wags dipping down. Pahutsky came to pit road. He looks like he had a DC, and he's looks like he's reloaded back in, so he's back underway. So trying to use a little bit of his draft as he's coming back up to speed is Wags. Down the front straight. Down the back stretch, thinking about taking a 3 wide. Haisong tucks back in. Into turns 3 and 4 as this group. And let's show you some intervals here to give you an idea of what the gaps look like. Top 3 are right together. And then 1.6 seconds back is Wags from that next group. Then that following group is 1.8 seconds back. So the third group just behind this middle portion, this middle pack of the top 10. And so Murph is actually fallen back a little bit from the 4D duo, leading this race at the moment. He's in the draft envelope. I'm wondering maybe if he's trying to save a little bit of fuel while Craig and Chris are trying their best to burn as much fuel as possible and try to pull away and put as much distance between themselves and that IAR car. What do you think's going on back there?
I think so. Murphy is just stay over there. Don't. You know what? When you be over there and you see the car over the 1.8 or 1.5 behind, it's like you don't want to do something else. You want to stay over there. But the problem is Wagner and Charles is not make the good work, so that's why they don't catch it. And they burned a lot of fuel then too. But talking about the Murphy, just stay over there. I don't want to interfere in nothing. I want to follow you guys. He management the timing between Wagner and the group. He is the manager, the guy. So if you want to pull back and then going again on the front, it's gonna be worse. Oh, there is Stoffer. There is Stoffer again. So yeah, at least it's a really, really comfortable position for Murphy without pressure on the back. So now it's 2.1 between the group. But be careful of that because more Forsyth and Stoffer burn fuel or burn tires. It's going to be a problem when Murphy follows them. It's going to be like going on the front and then can lose a little bit of time out there. So he need to steal one of them have to stay up front, or maybe do a that like a swap each other to don't lose time.
And tires matter in these cars. We will tell you that for a
Yeah.
fact. We saw a number of finishes back when we used to cover the VOR series, when they raced their iconic series in the DW12. And very, very many times we saw late runs the drivers would put on with new tires, and they would just storm up through the field. So new tires in these cars really matter. Forsyth about halfway through his second stint now, 16 laps into it. There you see laps since last pit. 14 laps for Forsyth, Murphy at 15 laps. So each one of them on a different lap count. So each one might be pitting at a different lap when they do come to pit road for the next time.
You want a crazy story? I've been here at night racing with this same car. So we have
Caution,
like a
caution.
Oh, yellow.
Caution.
Oh, Marcomini
Marcomini looks like might have got loose coming off of 2
Yes.
there.
hit the wall in turn 2.
And the NTT data. Kind of Chip Ganassi livery from 2017. He gets loose, catches it, and just spins out. I don't think he hits anything. Goes caution. Everyone splits they split the D there. And he's going to be able to come to pit road and get a new set of tires, but no damage, I don't think.
You know what? Do you remember the incident when the Tyler 40 got the differently? When Tyler 40 got the penalty for through the yellow. Looked like the same for me because like he hit the wall and he started to put the throttle full to spin in or try to save the car. So when it's happened that, you have to just hit and try to release the throttle to try to put the car straight again. So he went to the left to try to maybe, but that's what I feel. I don't know.
And watching our leaders come to pit road under caution. Everybody is now grouped back together. And I think the one that might actually get out of pit road faster than everyone, there goes Stouffer. There goes, I thought it might be Forsyth. Forsyth had the lighter tank.
You know what? Charles T have a penalty, drop to end. Speed for entry. Pits.
Who did?
Charles T.
Oh, Charlie T. Okay.
Yeah, have a penalty. I think so. He forgot to press the button on pit road.
I don't see a black flag on him here.
I see here end line penalty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's better than a 40-second hold, and on a racetrack here, like this particular track, going to the end of the line is a much better situation than actually getting held on pit road, because you can still draft your way forward here if you go to the end of the line. Teed is capable of doing that, but unfortunately, he goes all the way back we'll start 25th on this restart coming up here. Will Stern stayed out, but he is coming to pit road right now. Will has decided to throw luck into the air and drive a green car here today.
So, crazy story. We have a night race in this same circuit. I was third or second. I decide to don't change the tires, but put the fuel in with maybe 12 or 15 to go. Man, the car you cannot drive in that. Even with over the 40 laps same tires, man, I thought with 25 or 30 you can drive a little more for 5 or 10, but no, it's even at night. It was drop the weather for 27 Celsius. It's maybe 50 or 60 Fahrenheit or something like that. It was super cold track, but you cannot drive the car. Even the car is spinning around, so it's really important. We're talking about the tires, so it's very important to save the tires. And when you have an opportunity to come into pit, just change the tires like a Tit did now in the end.
You have unlimited tires anyway, so you might as well go ahead. It takes about 5 seconds anyways to put on a new set of tires. If you enjoy our coverage of the Dark Horse Racing Series presented by The Joy of Driving, you respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing, and while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you don't miss it on future P1 iRacing broadcasts. Tonight's California 250, the Dark Horse Racing Series. We got cars spinning out, going into turns 3 and 4. Are we going to go green?
Wilson. Oh, Chen hit him.
We're gonna go green.
Oh, and also Sam, Victor have a hit also too.
That's gonna break up part of the group. That should have been called off there, but it's tough to do if the race is not being stewarded. That should have been a called off restart, but we are back underway. Tonight's California 250, the Dark Horse Racing Series, presented by The Joy of Driving. Follow Mark Cohn's sim racing adventures full of sharp wit and sharp driving. Subscribe on YouTube or follow on Facebook. The links you need are in the description. Tonight's race has also been brought to you by 4D Racewear and SimWrap Market. Check out 4D Racewear's line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in the description. They are the sponsors of your 2 leaders right now, Stouffer and Forsyth. Also, check them out at the Sim Gaming Expo this September 5th through 7th in Schaumburg, Illinois. And you can buy yourselves on-site a new set of shoes, some apparel, or gloves for your sim racing rig right there at the Sim Gaming Expo in September.
I have a black flag for repairs in my screen.
I don't know how you have a meatball. Did your engine overheat and blow up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need to exit the car entirely. Yeah. I don't think you can. And if you want to stay in the session, in order to stay in the session, you gotta.
I don't mind. Actually, it's okay. Let's see. Yeah, he's smoking.
There it is.
Anyways, two-pack, they should be through the yellow flag, but they're doing Shane and Indy working together to try to catch the group leaders. They're working pretty good over there, at least. Provolone and Densdale, they can do it also too.
Yeah, they are this second group of the Prodigy Indy Kirkenbauer and Shane Coker in 11th and 12th. They are approximately 2.2 seconds behind Jari Brubacher, JB, in P10, who is the last car there in that train of all of our leaders. Although Murph and Stouffer have pulled away a little bit as they are now starting to work together. Wags in third. Forsyth have tucked in behind Wags. Peterson has worked his way back up to 5th. Highsong in 6th. Edson Santos now up to 7th. Gary Leverin to 8th. Schaus in 9th. Brubacher in 10th. I would imagine everybody in this group is probably pretty comfortable. Long as they stay in line and can save some fuel and are not really losing a lot of time to the leaders, they will be pretty happy to hang out where they are right now. Although Edson Santos taking a peek to the inside of Highsong, down low in 3 and 4. Let's ride with Edson Santos. On the Robbie Gordon cam. Over the left rear. Now this is one thing you don't see in IndyCar racing anymore is the LED up on the airbox here. You do not see that anymore. But back when the DW12s, and I think in the very early days of the IR18s, they actually had the LEDs as well. I can't remember. I think they did. But these would tell you a whole bunch of information on the racetrack. They would tell you how long pit stops were. they would tell you if they passed somebody, the number would be green. If they lost a position, the number would be red. They don't use them anymore. It might just be that it wasn't very handy.
They came for the idea with from Red Bull, something about somebody from there came with that idea. They use it in the IMSA. They still use it for sure because it's long races over there. But yeah, you know, in oval is good for to have it because you don't know, it's too many cars around the track and thing. Maybe for road, I don't think it's. I don't know if it's necessary or not, because when you sit in one position, you already know who's the car over there. But I think Sonoval is really necessary over there. But we don't have more oval. All Indianapolis and Iowa next year is maybe no more.
Yeah, we'll get Gateway in Iowa. Gateway in Milwaukee. Yeah.
That's it. So it's like meh.
Whoa! Santos slides down in front of Peterson. That was really close on your TVs there. Whew. The Brazilian with the Brazilian clear. Schaus bangs wheels with Lovern, I think, but that is not the cause of the yellow.
Eric Anderson.
And Marcamini again on the backstretch. Anderson actually hit something. A piece of his bodywork has come off.
Oh, net code. Wow.
And there we see Anderson going through 3 and 4, following Say Lewis Hayes on the high side. And here comes Marcamini, and it is netcode contact.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that is a big, tough roll for Marcamini.
Wow, if you check the Pahusky on board, it's like okay, but you can see the car is far and try to decide, okay, where is the car going? Okay, I going left. Okay, left, boom.
All right, we'll ride with Pahusky here as he sees the contact's going to happen right in front of him. Going to happen right with these two cars, and right here, right on the exit of the corner. The Husky's going to stay high, and now all of a sudden he sees this car cartwheeling in front of him. No!
It is funny. How did you decide? It's like, okay, where is going the car? Okay, I go left.
Let's do it at full speed. How much time does he have to react? Not much. Whoa! And so things have changed on the racetrack, as we do have a lucky dog enacted. So that is Pahusky, since he's the first car multiple laps down. His first car any laps down, really. He's now 3 laps down. He's going to get the wave around, so he will join the back end of the field. He might be able to come to pit road, top off, and get back. He had 3 more cautions. He gets back on the lead lap if no one else goes a lap down. But Haisong is going to pick up the lead. Haisong decided to stay out. He pitted at lap 48. Vitor pitted at lap 48. They stayed out. Murph, everyone else, came in at the pit stop at lap 62 here. Murph, Forsyth, Wagner, Santos, Stouffer, Peterson, Schaus, Lovern, Kirkenbauer, Coker. So everybody that in that second group that kind of got separated, in that third group that kind of got separated, they are now back with the leaders. I think Haisong and Vitor maybe are waiting for another caution to happen after this. Go ahead.
Anyways, nobody can. Maybe the second group can go to the end. Yeah, should be going to the end for sure.
Here comes Haisong.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe nobody can finish to the end with the same fuel and stuff. Because we did the 30, maybe 31 if it was in green. But if you're going to save fuel, maybe you can go 32, 33. But for sure, it's going to be maybe 2 more yellows for sure.
Simrat Market is your go-to source for iRacing paint templates and broadcast resources. Simrat Market has everything you need to build your brand on track. Visit simratmarket.com to learn more, download, customize, race. Lap 63 going green next time by. If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the Dark Horse Racing Series presented by the Joy of Driving, coming to you from Auto Club Speedway in Fontana. For the Joy of Driving 250, we've now completed 63 of 125. We're right at the halfway point. 63 of 125 scheduled laps. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you'll miss out on the next race. The next race for us here on P1 will be the continuation of our Monday night IndyCar doubleheaders for 2 more weeks. Race 1 features the iRacing IndyCar Open Series at Chicagoland, followed by Race 2 with the Sim Gaming Expo ISRA Open Wheel Series at Kansas. If you like wheel-to-wheel IndyCar action, that will ultimately result in a photo finish that make P1 your home this Monday night. Doubleheader coverage starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with Murph and Jacob. Don't miss it. Getting ready to go green this time by. Pace car will pull off. Vitor, your leader. Murphy, second. Forsyth, third. Wags and Santos, fourth and fifth. Here we go. Green flag in the air. And we are just about at the halfway point here at Auto Club Speedway for the Joy of Driving 250.
Good to have a lot of drivers in this league again. I remember when I have all this Neki team with Maleska and all the other guys around, with Jordan Saldo around also too. It was a big field at that time, like I talked about maybe 5 years ago or something like that. And now we have a big field with 26 here, well 25, sorry, without count me. But that's pretty good field over here, and even Fontana is really
big move by Andy Kirkenbauer, by the way. Yeah, it's a good field, a nice size field here tonight. And if you
hope to have a big field next race.
Next race?
New Hampshire.
At New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to join the Dark Horse Series or you want to learn more about it, the car is free, the league is free. All you need are the tracks and the drive. Click on the Discord link in the description to learn more and get started. And you too could be part of the next lineup in the next race. And the next race, actually, here is the schedule. Bring that up on screen here. Next race is actually Michigan, Legacy, Michigan, on August 17th. The only race in entire August. Then the only race in all of September is New Hampshire, and then we will wrap up with our lone race in October at Indianapolis. And just in time for us to go to Indianapolis, just in time for, I think that's going to be right around the Elite Racing League's Indy 500 later that week. So we'll go to Indianapolis twice in that week. High Song, Purple Lap. But that is the remaining races on the schedule. So, again, if you're looking to join, the schedule is not very aggressive. We got one race in August, one race in September, one in October. Check them out. I think all signs point to a Season 9 at some point. So, starting next calendar year. So, get in, get involved. The car is free, like I said, and it's a lot of fun to drive. You don't have the tools. You don't have the weight jacker. You don't have. You do have brake bias. You don't have the engine map or the roll bars that you can adjust. But it is very fun to drive. If you just are really good at adjusting your lines and modulating your throttle, maybe tapping the brake a little bit, you'll be pretty good in these cars.
So, if you have a brain, you can drive this. Just make it like this. Why? Because it's not just put full throttle. You have to think about it. How you put the car, when you put the car, when you have to release the throttle, when this, when that, when blah, 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 blah. So it's not like a big deal, like the other one, the IR18. You have to check this, check that, put this, put that, and take it off this, take it off that, and also turn it. So it's really, I enjoy a lot here with the DW12. Actually, it's pretty good.
Fun car to drive. One of my best finishes in Lionheart happened here. I finished ninth in their remember they had a 300-mile race at the end of their very first season here? I was in that lineup.
Oh, I got killed that day. Yeah.
Yeah, I finished ninth, and I don't know how I finished ninth. I think I started like mid-pack anyways. And I next thing I know, midway through the race, I look up and I'm like, what am I doing in ninth spot? It really, a lot of it was not going to pit road and breaking the speed limit. I think a lot of people got pit road speeding penalties, and every one of my pit stops was very conservative. In fact, High Song, and where is High Song on the racetrack? There he is. Jeff, I basically followed him for the entire race. I could never quite catch up to him and pass him, but he was always just ahead of me the entire race, Jeff High Song there. But I finished ninth. I mean, and that race was tough. I mean, we pushed every single lap for that race for 300 miles. I never really remember being as tired for a 300-mile race than I did for that particular race in Lionheart. Meanwhile, back up front, Vitor Guilherme still leads. He's 25 laps into his stint. He last pitted on lap 48. We expect to see him coming to pit road probably in the next 5 to 10 laps for sure. He's really hoping for another caution. But right now, right behind him, Mark Murphy, racing smarter, not harder. Murph knows that Vitor needs to pit. And all he's going to do is just stay behind Vitor all this time and benefit from the hole he's punching in the air in his draft to save on some miles, save on some gallons, save on some precious drops of fuel, because he will inherit the lead once Vitor comes to pit road, and he will not have a draft buddy to do this with unless somehow he wants to allow Wags or Santos ahead of him. Go ahead.
Was Will maybe hit Marcomini? Yes. On the exit on turn 4, Will stand and hit Marcomini, hit the wall, and no yellow for that.
Oh, wow. Off of 4 into the inside wall.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was kind of like a bum draft.
I don't think he meant to do it. He got close and he wanted to go. He went low, just thought about it, and then decided to go high, and then that's when he caught and hooked Marcomini. The Marcomini has a toe to pit road. Unfortunately, he can exercise if he has not done so already, and I think he has the fast repair because he did the barrel roll. Yeah, he did a barrel roll at one point already. So I'm assuming he had damage from that. So that might be day done for Marcomini. Mateus has been kind of snake bitten here in this league. He's got some good performances, but for some reason or another, he kind of just gets caught up in something. So one of these days, he will break through. Watching a battle right here between Stearns and Joseph. Oh, this is actually Jari Brubacher and AJ Slaughterbeck. We do have an AJ in the lineup. I don't know if AJ stands for Anthony Joseph, though.
Good question.
Stouffer back in ninth as he's fallen back a little bit. I wonder why. He just can't get anyone to work with him. Whoa, I got really close quarter there with Schaus. We started off this season not too long ago in May, just before the real 500. At Kansas with Schaus, our defending series champion, starting off the defense of his championship with a win. Then in round 2, John Martins with a very surprise win and his first ever start here in the Dark Horse Racing Series. Gets a win at Pocono. Matt Wagner gets the win at Gateway in round 3. Then Peterson gets his big breakthrough win after 80 plus starts here in the league. He's the admin of this league as well. Gets his first win at Iowa. Raced you very hard for that win at Lewis. That was a great finish for him. And then Lewis comes back and gets the win at our last race in Kentucky. So 5 races, 5 different winners. And right now, if you look up at our leaders, Guillermo, Murphy, Santos, and Forsyth, none of those drivers have won already this year. So we might see our 6th different winner in 6 races this season to start the season. And that is pretty close. I would imagine that might be close to a dark horse record, but that's pretty close to coming to match a real-world IndyCar record, which we think is 7 for 7. Vitor coming the pit road. So this is what Murph was waiting for. Smarter, not harder. Now Murph is going to pick up the lead. Vitor coming to pit road. He needs to get down to the pit road speed limit, which is 55 miles per hour at those cones. And now he needs to do a very long run down to about pit stop stall number 10, where he will stop and get a new set of tires and fuel, full tank of fuel. And he will be good for about another 30 laps. That will get him in the 110 range.
Smart, Murphy.
Murphy drops back, and here's Indy Kirkenbauer, been racing his way all the way to the front, and he's got this group, and he's been slicing and dicing the Prodigy, and he is going to go to the high side of Wags. And Murph, who picked up the lead and immediately dropped back to P3 to tuck in line to save on fuel.
Now you have to, like a veteran or whatever you can mention about these old guys know about the strategy. If it's somebody want to lead, just leave it to him.
Yeah.
Just stay over there, like when I won in Charlotte. I remember this guy. I don't remember the name now. It was a yellow car. He won a pass us. He passed. He went to the lead, and we already knew when you go to the lead, you cannot make that two-stopper what I did and won the race by saving fuel. So if you want to, just stay over there, don't move it, and just leave it in Andy to lead the race. And you can save fuel, because this guy needs to at least 10 more laps or 11 laps, or maybe going to the end with the photo finish or whatever is going to happen on the last lap.
So these guys that you see, this entire pack of cars, all the way down to Vitor, who's in 23rd, they're all 21 or 22 laps into their stint. So they will have to come to pit road right about about 8 laps from now, maybe give or take. They might maybe 8 to 9 laps.
I say with all that saving fuel they did, they maybe can reach maybe 9 more laps or 10. If it said 10, passing by pit road, you have the magic number. That's the magic number, 10 laps to.
Yeah, 10 laps. Yeah, very much. You're absolutely right. 10 laps will get you to 95, and then if you take 125 minus 95, that is going to be 30, and that is about where we saw green flag pit stop starting on that first stint. So if you could get to the 95th lap of this race or beyond, that is your final stop. That is when the window opens for the final stop.
And just maybe saving maybe 10 more laps saving. In the last stint, save a little 10 more laps. And that 10 laps, that can make you to fight on the end of the race, for sure.
Now up in the pack is Schaus, our defending series champion and winner one time already this season. He won the opener. He is on the high side over Wags. I think Wags might just let him go. And for sure Murph is. I mean, you can hear Murph changing his gears. He is really trying to save and milk this car to that 95th lap when the window opens. I don't think Indy needs to tuck back in line unless he's saved enough racing to the front. I don't think Indy's going to be able to make it to the 95th lap by leading this much. We'll see. I mean, he's a prodigy for a reason, so.
You know what? It's like when we have the Indy 500 and ERL, I said somebody need to tell to Adriano to slow down to save fuel. So I need somebody maybe is watching now the road. Somebody need to tell him.
Indy's dad is. Indy's dad is. Clay's watching right now, so Clay can holler in the other room and say, "Hey, let Schaus lead. You want to save some fuel."
Yeah, because you're maybe you have 4 more laps to go or something like that, and you still need maybe 6 or 7 more laps.
Oh, caution on the racetrack. And that is Eric Peterson, our pole sitter, as he's trying to get that car to turn.
Oh, Gary Lovner. Oh, it's like a payback. Oh, my God. Okay, I make you contact, but he came back for Gary. Without intention, sorry. It's bad look like that.
And a little bit of a tap. Stouffer just misses. Oh my gosh, Stouffer. We have to watch out of the rear of Stouffer's car on this one. Let's go back here and watch out of Stouffer's gearbox. And you'll see it kind of unfold just behind him. But he did just about... Watch this. Oh,
man.
Oh, and then we want to ride with Yari. And we want to watch from his airbox here. Oh, right over his roll. So he sees the contact just happen in front of him. Power slide. He tries catching it. Goes to the inside, and it catches, and he hooks it. It comes up front, right in front of Yari, and he misses them all.
Nice brakes on the Jerry.
So everyone coming to pit road. Interesting, no. If they fill the tanks, it's going to be a fuel save to get to the end. It's going to be a fuel save to get to the end.
But I said it's missing 1 more yellow flag. Still missing 1. And I hope this one is not going to be on the end. So, but I still thinking about maybe 1 or 2 more yellows is going to be in there. But who knows? Maybe I wrong on that.
Now, if someone, we're coming 3 wide off, there's Forsyth, and that's Santos, and then actually Murph had to lock up the tires a little bit to prevent from getting hit. So, you know, at this point, if you could get a good, now the problem is getting the good restart, guaranteeing the pit getting a good restart, that you're behind someone that is going to be on the restart, that you're behind someone that's behind someone that's behind someone that's going to get a good restart. I think I would possibly, with 1 to green, pop down pit road, top off the tank, and I should be less. It should be less of a save for me to go to the end.
Well, if I Murphy or Stoffer, no. But if I am Victor or Will or Chain.
Now Vitor stayed out, and I thought he would come to pit road. Actually, he might come to pit road next time. He's back on the I think what he wanted was the wave around.
But I said that the thing is if you last in there, yeah. But Murphy did that. Murphy's in pit. Oh. Okay,
Vitor coming to pit road. Okay, so Murph is doing that. He's going to top off the tank, and it's going to be a little less of a fuel save for him. Same thing for Vitor. Same thing for Jacob Wilson. Same thing for Lewis Hayes. Dinsdale stayed out. Stearns stayed out. So everyone ahead of these guys, they all stayed out. So Murphy, everyone back from Murphy on back, came down for just a little bit of a splash and dash to top off the tank. And they are going to have a less of a save in order to get to the end here. They could maybe push a lot harder. I don't know if it's enough to get them to the end. It's about a lap here in these cars is about 0.6 of a gallon. I don't know what it is in liters. Normally it's 0.6 of a gallon.
I check in gallons. It's like a half a gallon. It's like 0.5 1 lap by yourself.
Yeah.
So in liters, it's like 2 points. No, it's 1.8 liters per lap. So basically, it's half a gallon, basically, almost.
Everybody's in line now for the restart. Schaus will pick up the field. He now controls it. Pace car off the racetrack. Schaus going to dip down a little bit off the wall. Guys, a little bit further back. That whole right side's opening up.
No,
Here we go.
no,
we're working. There's one car in the wall, and I think that is Haisong.
Shane.
And Shane is going to get a black flag. Haisong is damaged. And that's really going to hurt that second group of cars now, because I think that might separate the leaders a little bit. Shane's going to have to cut the pit road.
All this happened because when the people is not staying in one line, so you don't decide in which line you want to. So if Eric want to go in a little bit low, close to the second line, it's up to him. But the other guys have to wait it for. So you can see somebody pull and kind of brake, and then the other one is brake too. And then when it's happened that, you and I do, it just still pull a little bit to the left to see that incident. So yeah, it's kind of easy to say it, but it's hard to do it.
Murphy now in 15th. He's going to have to run these guys down and then somehow catch that lead group before they separate too much in front of Dinsdale, because Dinsdale has Slaughterback in front of him. And we still have, let's look at intervals real quick, and then we'll give you, we'll go back to updates the gaps again. Dinsdale's 8/10 back from Slaughterback. Slaughterback's 9/10 back from Povolonis. Povolonis 4/10 back from Teed. And then that's kind of the whole lead pack in front of him. So that kind of broke up the field, and that is the gamble I was talking about that Murph just pulled off. I said, if I could guarantee that the guy in front of me and the guy in front of him and the guy in front of him are going to have a good restart here and not get separated in the draft, then I would 100% come to pit road, top off the tank, which exactly he did. But what Murph needs now is Murph is on the inside of Anderson. Murph is our points leader in the series right now. What Murph needs now is Murph might be able to push, but he needs that lead group to kind of do a little conservation and come back to him a little bit and see if maybe they can meet in the middle.
Let's put it more simple. Mark needs to AJ stay in that position and don't lose too much time. That's if he want to. If AJ start to pull back, he's gonna lose the lead. But it's very close on there, and also Shane is held to provide that close to AJ. But now Murphy needs to working with Will and say, Will, hey, could you pull a little bit back? And we can push with Shane on front and catch AJ, because AJ is a point guy to catch the group on the front.
Well, he's past that whole. He now leads that last pack, so
Forza is coming pit.
He's down 11th. Yeah. What'd you say?
He's coming to pit now.
Who?
Forza is coming to the pit.
Forsyth and Wagner, they must have decided that they have to come to pit road and top off one more time, so they are going to come in very quickly and probably top off the tank and not add any tires. I would imagine that's the strategy. They just knew they were going to come up short and do the stop and go now and maybe throw in a new set of tires. Yeah, they're going up on the jacks. Yeah. They're going to put a new set of tires on.
Oh, Murphy's coming to the pit too? Wait, where's Murphy? There he's coming to the pit.
Interesting. So he's going to come to pit road one more time. He wasn't going to make it. He topped off.
Man, if it's coming, the yellow flag is out now.
Oh, if the yellow flag comes out, as Townsend Bell likes to say, these guys are in the danger zone.
Yeah, Santos coming now, also too.
Now, Murphy doesn't go up on the jacks. He just goes for fuel.
It's like a lottery, this. You can be win, you can lose, or something like that.
And here comes Santos. He is going to do the same thing. We will see what he chooses.
Oh, that was close. Oh,
We're watching Santos right now. He comes down his spot. He hits his marks. He's not going up on the jacks. He is fuel only. He is down and away. He's done. Does anyone else come to pit road? Stouffer now is our leader. Indy Kirkenbauer is second, saving behind Stouffer. Let's ride with the Prodigy. Going to the inside. That's not saving. He's passing for the lead.
Yeah, when you want to play, this is the time to play and don't think about it. It's like a Rick Raven talking about another guy was in here this league a couple of seasons ago. Change things that's coming now. He just going to. He don't want to just slow him down. He want to go on the front and maybe, I don't know, whatever's happened, just happened. So, but yeah, it's something I think Andy is doing now.
Now, yeah, Indy, maybe he just knows he needs to stop. Maybe he knows that he needs a caution to help him get to the win.
Oh,
and there it is.
Santos.
And there it is.
And AJ. Oh, no. AJ was a lap down.
No, he was on the tail end of the top 10 there.
Oh.
So he got into it with somebody else, and I think it was Edson Santos.
With Santos, yeah.
Oh, up into the fence. Let me get that weather report off there. We were just trying to update people on that as well.
Whoa.
Yeah, look at all these cars just as he's cartwheeling down. All right, people. I hope you've had your Dramamine. You don't get car sick. Here is a replay of what happened from the point of view of AJ Schlotterbeck. Did he inside? And what happens? Did they hit? Did they just meet? Oh, I think AJ maybe gets a little bit of an arrow wash from Wags. And then, whoa, look at this.
Like you said.
Up into the wall, and then barrel roll, cartwheel, barrel roll. And hopefully no one has lost their dinner yet. And that's it. So it's a good showing for AJ, making his first start in the series. He was up in the top 10 here in the late stages of this race. And now we have a whole host of people coming to pit road that are going to top off and make this their final stop. And they're going to throw on a new set of tires as we see Wags getting a waiver round. He's getting the lucky dog, I think. Yes.
Yeah, it's a lucky dog.
As we have 13 cars now on 14 cars on the lead lap.
Oh, I have to say this. Thank you to Adam to say about the lead in Pocono, about Tony George complaining about the IRC in chat, talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Thank you so much. But anyways, 21 to go. It's going to be showtime now.
And we got at least a couple more laps before we go green. Once again, if you're just joining us, you are watching P1's broadcasting coverage of round 6 of 9. Man, the season's almost over. The Dark Horse Racing Series presented by the Joy of Driving, coming to you from Auto Club Speedway. Look at Indy on the bottom already, taking the shortest line around, trying to save as much fuel as possible. That is some high IQ stuff right there, trying to save some fuel. But we are watching for the Joy. It's presented by the Joy of Driving to you, coming from Auto Club Speedway in Fontana for the Joy of Driving 250. We're currently the Prodigy Indy Kirkenbauer, trying to conserve every drop of fuel. Is your leader right now with 21 now, coming to 20 to go. More cars coming to pit road, and I think we got damage on somebody there.
Oh, Santos?
No, there was...
Right? I see Santos with too much damage, actually.
Lewis Hayes? No. Who's also on pit road? Is it Santos?
Santos.
Did Santos come to pit road? Yeah, he came to pit road like that. Okay, so he must have stayed out and pitted at the last one. So he's going to come execute the fast repair and then get down and away. Lights are out on the pace car as we go back to live television as the pace car is now down the back stretch. But make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you'll miss out on the next race. The next Sunday race for us will be in 2 weeks when the Vote of Indy Oval Series resumes its Season 3 campaign with a 300-mile race at Pocono Raceway, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's the start time right here on P1. It'll be me and LGN in the booth for that one. Dark Horse Racing Series is presented by The Joy of Driving. You can follow Mark Cohn's Sim Racing Adventures full of sharp driving and sharp wit. You can subscribe on YouTube or follow him on Facebook. All the links you need in the description. Tonight's race has also been brought to you by 4D Racewear. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in today's description. Also, check them out at the Sim Gaming Expo, September 5th through 7th in Schaumburg, Illinois. Get ready to go green. Also want to remind you, SimWrap Market is your go-to source for iRacing paint templates and broadcast resources. SimWrap Market has everything you need to build your brand on track. Visit simwrapmarket.com. Download, customize, race. Green flag in the air, and we are already fanning out in the back as the restart back there becomes a little haggard. But Indy's starting to break away. He's bringing with him Schaus and Teed.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to pull away from this car. Oh, well, more easy than the IR18, but kind of hard to do that. So you have to make some kind of dirty stuff to make that thing, but yeah, it's kind of hard to. Oh man, I said Povolone have a contact with Forsyth for the pass. About good. Maybe have a contact 0 over there. But yeah, they can do it if they work it together for sure.
And we could be in a situation that we're going to see maybe a repeat of what we saw in Iowa. Charlie Teed, who is making his 82nd career start here in the Dark Horse Racing Series, has one career win. Not sure when he got that. But in his 82nd start, looking for win number 2. Schaus right with him, has 6 wins. He's your defending series champion. Indy Kirkenbauer in his 2nd start ever here in the league. All winner earlier this weekend in his kart race. And now he's looking at a possible victory 16 laps from now. And here comes Forsyth. Forsyth is actually a lap down with Dinsdale, and bringing with them the first car in that battle that's on the lead lap. There's Casey Povolonis, the big cheese. He is currently in P4. Turner Johnson, P4, P5. Both those guys would like their first win here in this series. And maybe they could use those lap cars to help them. But I think with that last caution, everybody should be good to go to the finish now. Stouffer underneath Brubacher. Then Mark Murphy, now 1 lap down, trapped 1 lap down. Did he make the wrong call? Oh, goes down, almost makes contact with Santos. If anything, if this finishes like it does, it's just going to tighten the points battle up a little bit. Schaus now back to 4th. Turner Johnson moves up to 3rd. And one of those lap down cars has broken ahead of this lead pack, and that is Craig Forsyth. And Craig's now, give me the caution. I want the caution. I need the caution now. Caution, please. But he's helping out Charlie Teed. And this is playing right into that team's hands. They started on the pole. Could they get another win out of this season? Teed, your leader. Kirkenbauer, 2nd. Johnson, 3rd. Now Schaus in 4th. Povolonis in 5th. If anyone but Schaus wins, we get our 6th winner in 6 different races this season.
Yeah, we have basically two guys that can make the first win. Also, one different winner in the season. So it's gonna be exciting, but I think when it's 6 to go is when the people's getting nervous and you're gonna see some stuff you don't see in
The
100
gloves,
laps ago.
as they say, the gloves come off. I think that's when you're predicting. But we see that the side by side. We see that is actually Dinsdale. He's the first car 1 lap down. He's staying on the low side. Everyone on the high side is on the lead lap. Last car in the lead lap is Forsyth, and he's out in front of this group. He has brought now Indy Kirkenbauer to the lead. Turner Johnson has now come up the second spot. Turner up 13 spots from where he started. Lewis Indy up 21 spots from where he started. Stouffer up 10 spots from where he started. Teed up 7 spots from where he started.
So with that, you can tell me with that number, you tell me basically the qualifying in the Fontana or in Michigan is not really necessary.
It means nothing. It means very little.
Yeah, because Chain 14 down, Jeff 12 down.
Look at Craig on the front straight going down low. And lending the draft to Stouffer, and that moves Stouffer now up to second as Stouffer slides up in front of Turner.
Good thing to have a Forsyth on the front. They can help the leader, like a now Stouffer going, to maybe help to hold it, and maybe have a leader because he is on the front. So I don't know. It's something. We can see what happened, but I think Forsyth is full out. I don't see if he's gonna do something over there.
And let's not forget about Jari Brubacher. Yeah. Jari, a longtime veteran in this series. He has 28 starts. This is his 29th start. He's looking for his first win here in the series still, and he always seems to have his car involved up in the top 10 in these finishes. He does a good job. Brubacher in 28 career starts has 10 top 5s and 22 top 10s. So 22 top 10s and 28 starts. I told you, normally he sticks around at the end. You should watch him, and here he is in the top 5.
Yeah, also veteran in the Fixa Series. I remember racing for him in a couple splits around. And he's still around here in the Dark Horse, so good for him. But I hope to have a first winner today, like Eric Peterson did in Iowa after many started.
Stouffer, he has 13. This is his 14th start in the series. He has 3 career wins. The last time we saw him in victory lane was at Pocono last season. But we can always expect to see Stouffer involved in the battle. Six to go, 12 miles here at Fontana. The joy of driving 250.
I'm gonna give you a key for Andy. I already did with him in Kentucky. Thing is, he needs to squeeze him and don't let Stouffer going up. But the problem about that is Stouffer thinking about it, Andy's gonna go up. But if he's staying there, it's gonna have it's gonna hit each other. It's gonna go out and run for both. But maybe he can try it, but it's hard to do it. So it's really okay if I do this. Yeah, maybe he's gonna hit me. But this is a good deal, maybe for the last lap to try to do it. But he is there, and Johnson kind of waited for the moment to pull front. Still 5 to go, but let's see. It's really hard. Eric Schultz also too is around there waiting for the moment too.
Turner Johnson there sitting in third. He just needs to, I think he's trying his best to hold his car as straight and as still as possible and see if he can get that draft and suck right up it. Turner Johnson, he's in his 6th career race. This is his first season. And so he would love to get a nod shot. Oh, caution on the racetrack, and that is it. That is it. That is the race.
Oh, yeah.
That is it. And Christopher is going to get the win. And what happened? It was right around Jacob Wilson there.
Man, 4 wide lap passing for line. And yeah, you know the problem? When you have the old tires, you cannot do that. They have a contact with net code, and then it came Victor to finish the job.
Vitor was on the inside there, and he just got a good run. And
oh, net code too.
And he does not hit anybody. He does get Jomo, unfortunately. But the way that he shot back up the racetrack, he could have collected a lot more. But Jacob Wilson, who's had some good finishes to start this season, is not going to get a good finish here. As this race is over, Christopher is going to get the win. As he will come and we will get 2 to go under caution. We do not have green white checker here. This is 250 miles. That's the advertised limit. That's what you're going to get. We do no gimmicks racing here. Oh, they do have the lucky dog, which I don't mind the lucky dog, really. I just don't like, here, you're going to have a 500-mile race. And here's that was Forsyth. He will actually finish on the lead lap. But, yeah, you got a 500-mile race, and that's what the race is going to be, 500 miles, not 505 or anything like that. It's 500 miles. So 250-mile race, 250 miles, that's what we're going to get. And Stouffer going to get the win. Kirkenbauer, another podium. I think it's just a matter of time before he gets in the victory lane here in this series. Turner Johnson, first ever podium finish here in this series. So we are going to continue the start of this season, 6 for 6. 6 races, 6 different winners. But it's not a new winner. It is going to be Chris Stouffer and his 14th start, getting his 4th career win, his 8th career top 5, his 9th career top 10. Getting the win here today. First win this season. First win since last season. Schaus is going to be the one that's going to get the most bang for his buck out of this race, because both Murphy and Peterson have poor finishes, and he is going to gain on them. Plus, Martins is not in the lineup.
Yeah.
And Pahutsky having a rough day. He's down in 23rd. So you might not actually lose as much positions as you thought you might, Lewis. Wagner, he's not going to gain an awful lot. Wags is, Wags is going to finish 7th, so he will gain some. Let's see.
Grubacher. Oh no.
What happened?
Oh no.
Sorry,
so Grubacher went to the apron and he forgot to he crossed the cone, the green cone.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That is like entering pit road.
Oh, he cleared the black flag. Okay, whatever.
Okay, they cleared the black flag. Okay.
They should be no, because it was mistake by him. But anyways. But talking about that, I think I don't know. It could happen. Maybe I could be Greg with somebody in the middle of the race. Who knows? It's like, but I already told you in private, when I started the season, I come here for enjoy the races and not for championship and stuff. I really don't have that mentality now. I really don't feel I lost. I miss Pocono. Who knows? I'm missing the Michigan. But I want to race New Hampshire. That's why I talked about New Hampshire. that thing. But anyways, it is what it is. Bad luck for Murphy But yeah, it's gonna be a good part for him at Michigan.
And that is the checkered flag. Christopher getting his 4th career win. Andy Kirkenbauer gets his best finish here in the series. He comes home 2nd. Turner Johnson gets his best finish here in the series. He comes home in 3rd. Christopher with the win, Kirkenbauer 2nd, Johnson 3rd. As we mentioned in, our defending series champion Schaus comes home at 4th. Yari Brubacher, one of his best finishes of the season. He comes home with the top 5. Teed, maybe I jinxed him. I don't know. He was looking at a win here. I thought he might have a really good shot. He comes home in 6th. Wag 7th. Povolonis in 8th. Lewis Hayes at top 10 for Say Hey. He comes home in 9th. And Vitor kind of on that alternate strategy until he kind of got in sync with everyone else. He comes home 10th. Eric Anderson very quietly works up to 11th. Good finish for Eric there. Stearns, Will Van Stearns, he's in 12th. Craig Forsyth gets back on the lead lap. A little gamble there did not pay off well for him. He comes home 13th. Last car on the lead lap. Hysong in 14th. Murphy 15th, Santos in 16th, Dinsdale 17th, Peterson in 18th, Lovern in 19th, AJ in 20th. Jomo in 21st, Jacob Wilson, not the finish he was looking for, comes home 27th. Pahutsky, a rough day for him. Being in the top 10 in points, he comes home 23rd. Coker 24th. Mark Amini, feels like he had a target on his back today, comes home 25th. And LGN comes home 26th. And LGN, who's going to be your LGN driver of the race? I mean, the top 3 had to come from deep in the field. We already talked about it. Doesn't really matter where you qualify here. Up 12 for Stouffer, up 20 for Kirkenbauer, up 12 for Johnson. Who's your driver of the race outside of the top 3?
I always said this. I'm gonna give you for Luis Hayes because he finished 9 with 9, but also Will Sten with 12. But I'm gonna say this. I always said when we come into this super speedway, when you're qualifying and you gain 20, like for example Daytona or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's not like but when you go to these races like Las Vegas or Kansas or Raw America, or Atlanta or difficult races, that's count like okay, you deserve to be the driver of the day because you gain a lot of position. But you figure out here the quality no matter. Like if you wanna make the lap, it's okay. If you wanna make the qualifying, it's okay. If you don't, it's happening what like Andy did when it's bottom from. But for just I give it to Luis Hayes for 9th position to finish top 10.
All right, good day for Luis Hayes, picking up the Luis Gonzalez Nunez driver of the race.
I said too many things, and anyways, I choose somebody.
All right, we'll get into the interview room here momentarily. Stouffer even got the purple lap, though. Not that we're really counting those too much, but good race overall for Stouffer. We'll talk to him momentarily here. And let's see. Yeah, we'll bring up Turner here in just a second. And we'll bring him up right now. Turner Johnson joining us here in the booth. Podium finish, best finish here in the Dark Horse Racing Series with the DW12. Started in 15th spot, improved 12. Talk about your race. It looks like some part of it, there was a big fuel save, but finally towards the end there, you guys got to take the gloves off and do a little racing for real there at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for having me on, Gary. Thanks, Luis. It was definitely a wild, kind of up and down race. I started in the back. It wasn't necessarily a fuel save kind of idea, but as the race went on, We definitely had a little fuel save towards the end. And then by that last stint, I was with an okay fuel number. We had a little teamwork, reading out our fuel numbers, but yeah, it was right place, right time, I guess. Good timing. We wanted to try to push towards the very end, with a late caution, but other than that, I felt like I just got through some of the wild restarts, and that kind of paid off at the end. But yeah, it was a good race overall. I'm happy to be on the podium, and definitely excited just to be up here. But want to work towards getting maybe eventually that dub.
If the caution didn't come out, did you have enough time, and did you have enough in the car to catch the lead too and maybe do something?
Yeah, I mean, I think the tires underneath me were decent. I had a good restart. I was worried about the tires at the end. My fuel number was pretty solid though. I was right in the cusp of just having like one extra lap, and I knew that was going to be to my advantage. So I really wanted to have like a big push at the end there, and I think you guys were reading that, and sometimes the cards don't fold your way fully, but I've been on ups and downs in this league, other broadcasts I'm sure you guys seen. So definitely happy to just wrangle in at least a podium at the end. And definitely we were working with the team a little, shout out to Indy, he was up front and doing a good job. Apparently it was a bit lighter on fuel, but I'll let him, have his time there. And it was a battle to the end. But yeah, it was a good night in the track overall.
Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone who want to say hi to, getting your best career finish here in Dark Horse, go right ahead.
Hey, no, yeah, I'll shout out to Team Votive, number one, Shane Coker leading up the team. But everybody on the team, makes me want to be a better driver. I come from a bit of a road course background, so I've been getting in the ovals over the last year plus now and getting a bit of a handle of it. And yeah, I just wanted to just shout out to my family, my moms. They don't really watch that often, but now that I got a podium, I got to get them tuned in.
Yeah, you got a reason to get on and watch the show. Yeah, hi, Mom and Dad.
So, shout out to the family, and yeah, shout out to you guys, P1 Broadcasting, putting it on. I appreciate you guys doing what you do, and it makes me more excited to do a race when you can see yourself in a sweet broadcast. So yeah, thanks to you guys.
Always our pleasure, and it's always good to have newcomers, first-timers in the booth for the first time. So congratulations on the P3. Hopefully maybe this is a sign of things to come. Coming up, another track very similar to this, Michigan, which we know you race pretty well at. So we will see you here in a couple weeks when we get to Michigan, next on the schedule.
Yeah, appreciate it, and look forward to it. Yeah, look forward to hopefully putting on a good one for the next round in Michigan. So we'll see you all there.
That's Turner Johnson coming home in third. We will move him down to general there. We'll let him situate where he wants to go to next. But now let's bring up the prodigy, Indy Kirkenbauer. Let's bring him on up in now. I see Clay. I'm assuming that might be Indy on Clay's account. Let me see here. Is this Indy?
Yes, it's Indy.
Okay, we're just making sure we weren't bringing up your dad. Indy Kirkenbauer, you've apparently, according to your dad in chat, you've had yourself a full day. So we'll let you talk about your kart race here in just a little bit. But, man, second race in the series. First race, you come home third. Second race, you come home second. It's tough to top that one. Your next one at Michigan, which is probably a track you're going to do well at if you make the lineup, if you have it on your schedule. You might have a good shot at winning that one. Talk about your race here today, up 20 spots. It looked pretty easy for you out there. Was it easy? And how much of it was a fuel save at points, and how much of it were the gloves off where you were able to race where it wasn't a fuel save?
I got second both times.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was third. My bad.
Honestly, more frustrating than a third and a second. But, yeah, if you ain't first, you're last. But I started 23rd. I was on track to win the pole, and I ran out of fuel because I warmed up the engine at the start, and which that was really annoying. So I started 23rd and just slowly worked my way up. I got up to 13th pretty quick, and then I tried position swapping with Shane, and we didn't go anywhere, and that caution, I don't remember which one it was, but it saved me because I got like in 10th and made a move to get from 10th to 5th shortly after, and that's really what got me up in contention was that move. Because it was really difficult to pass because everyone's in a draft train, and if everyone is running the same speed, you can't pass anybody. So you have to wait for somebody to not choose to go down to the inside, or somebody to get tight on the inside for you to take advantage to get to the inside or outside of them. So yeah, it was probably more difficult than Kentucky, even though it was more throttle.
Talk about your win earlier today with the karts. We heard about that. How was that race?
Yeah, it was fun. Track we raced at was way too narrow, but yeah, I was pretty tight. Had to boot someone out of the way to get in the lead, but it was clean. It was clean. That's the only way you can pass in go-karts. You just gotta bump and run. But yeah, it was a fun race. I was really tight, barely hanging on to it, but we got the win there. Got a cool trophy. And now we're doing double duty. I was hoping I could win both races, but I got shoved up to the fence, so.
Well, not a bad day. Any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone want to say hi to before we let you go?
My go-kart sponsors are Fremont Functional Fitness, Fort Ball Pizza Palace, Make Something, BG Emery's Associates, and The Alley.
All right, he got them all in there, and he comes home second again. Pardon me. Second again, 2 races in a row. So he definitely wants that win at the next race when we go to Michigan. Hope to see you there. Congratulations on the P2, and have yourself a great week.
Yep, thank you. I'll check.
And that is Indy. I didn't mean to cut him off. That is Indy Kirkenbauer. He comes home in second, and yes, he was quickly corrected me. I was like, no, man, I got second in the last race, not a third. All right. I only do 5-6 races a week. I can't remember everything. My memory's barely good enough as it is. So let's.
Wait, last race he finished on second?
That's what he says.
Yeah, he finished second. I won the race. He finished second.
Yeah. So. Be it far from me to take away a second from the guy. So he comes home second in his last race, his first race, and his second career race, 2 for 2 on second places. So he's kind of wanting that win, and Michigan's next for him. So on the order. Let's see who else we got in here. Stouffer. Let's bring him in down now. And here he is. And here is Chris Stouffer with the win here at Auto Club Speedway here in Fontana. For the Joy of Driving 250. This is your 4th career win here in the Dark Horse Racing Series here in these DW12s. Normally, it's at a place like Pocono or someplace like that. That's like kind of the Pocono whisper, but you got the dub here at California. And I guess my question to you is, and we didn't really talk about this much during the race, you had much younger tires than everyone else around you. You were at the end of this race, so 20 laps into your stint. Everyone else was like 34 laps into their stint. How much did those better tires, younger tires, benefit you with the win here today? Did they benefit you at all?
I would tend to say yes. If I had to say, I think. That was my plan actually. Me and Craig were talking, and he's like, "I'm going to pit early, and if it went green, he would have had a really good shot." And I know I was swapping there and with Indy after he did that, and I was like, as long as we're swapping up front, I feel safe here because if a caution comes out, we're still we're good. And he ended up getting trapped a lap down, so. I was actually really surprised when I pit on that last caution that, not everybody came in because we still had to save just a tad bit of fuel or it's going to be real tight. And, I was like, might as well put in a gallon or gallon and a half and fresh rubber and just, just send it and see what happens. So
send it.
I mean, it's just like at that point I don't have anything to worry about. I've got fresh tires. I'm good on fuel. So it's just, it's 100% all out, and tried to get back up front, and it worked out great, perfect.
Now, when you do go back into the pack like you did there, one of the things we talked about, and we think it kind of came back and bit Murph. Murph kind of came in right before a restart, topped off the tanks a little bit. And then at the restart, I was like, if you could guarantee the guy in front of you and the guy in front of him and the guy in front of him getting a good restart, then I would definitely don't mind going to the back, the pack. But in these DW12s, with the draft envelope being so short on them, being 0.6 of a second, it doesn't take much to lose the draft in these things. Was there any fear when you started further on back on these restarts of losing track of the draft based upon a poor restart of someone in front of you?
Once again, yes, absolutely. That was my biggest fear. I actually queued up right before that. We went green there and said, because we had a lot of ugh, hold on, let me slow down. Had a lot of lap cars in there, and I was like, hey, lap cars, get up in line. Don't try to be nice, just go. Because yeah, once you get about point 0.5 or half a second, I guess, half in front, you're clear. You can just set sail. And there was a time where I had to get back up there to that lead pack, and me and Yari worked together. So I want to give a shout out to Yari with that, with working with me there. Me and him were able to catch back up to that lead pack, and then it was just finding my way through the traffic to get back up towards the front. So once I did that, I hate the weaving stuff. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I really do. And I hate being the person trying to run somebody down and they're weaving. But, when it gets to 5 laps to go, and a caution can end the race, and you're up front, and I knew I had the tire advantage and everything. I just needed to maintain the lead, because I don't know how many races I've lost by just being the nice guy, and just
Mm-hmm.
saying, hey, we'll just keep swap drafting until like the last lap or two, and a caution comes out, and they've got a nose on you, and you end up getting second. So, um, you know, uh, for that, again, hopefully, Indy doesn't think anything less of me or anything for doing what I was doing there with the trying to break the draft. But I just felt like it was, again, it's not like I'm doing that on lap 10. I'm doing it with 5 to go. So I think
Right, right,
that's where
right.
I think that's where I think it's warranted. I know we all have our personal things that we take and think about for a racecraft and things like that. But I'd say that'd be mine. It's, I'll swap with you, I'll work with you, I'll do anything I can. But at some point at the end of the race, it's the gloves have to come off, and
Right.
somebody's gonna win.
Well, congratulations on the win. Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone who want to say hi to before we let you go here on this Sunday night.
Well, I'll start off thanking you guys in the booth for broadcasting. Hopefully, we put on a good show tonight. I'll give a shout out to my kids. We went to the brickyard today and got home, and Dad's like, I feel like racing. So I jumped in here last minute, and I'm glad that I did, because I like Auto Club, and this was a great setup. So hats off there, the setup builders, and everybody associated with this league, because this was a really good setup tonight. And a lot of times with Auto Club, you can get a pack race, and even though it was packy, it wasn't necessarily a pack race, if that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
the tires worn out there at the end of the stint. And you did have to kind of drive the car, which I appreciate, a car that you have to drive and you have to put some input in. So there you go there too. And then shout out to my teammate Craig. Me and him work together. Murphy, 40racewear.com. Make sure to go to 40racewear.com. Get your boots, other apparel. I know we got the Sim Racing Expo coming up next month, so shout out to them as well. I think I about covered it. I don't know if I missed anybody, but other than that, thank you again, and well, hopefully we'll see you at the next race.
All right, 2 weeks. We'll see you when we go to Michigan. Congrats on the win. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
And we'll just send him down into general, let him go back to whatever channel he wants to go to. All right. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Points have been updated, and I'm sure that's probably what you wanted to tell me in the message. Oh no.
No, different thing. Different thing.
Okay, different thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know about that. I've been to that restaurant. That's a great restaurant, by the way. St. Elmo's in Indianapolis. Anyways, it is. Let's get back into the race here, though, and the situation at hand. Mark Murphy is still your points leader by 24 points over Eric Schaus. Now Schaus moved up to second. Then you have Peterson, who is 6 points behind Schaus in third. Wagner in fourth. Turner Johnson with his finish. He improves 8 spots in the standings from where he started the night. He is now fifth. 48 points behind the leader. And then Charlie Teed, he improved 3 spots as well. He is 49 points behind the leader. And then we start getting into P7, which is Pahutsky. Lewis, you're down to 8th now. Forsyth and Jacob Wilson are 9th, tied for 9th. And John Martin's in 10th. Though now we're getting into the neighborhood of where you're more than one race behind, I think, in the standings, because I think they use IndyCar scoring, and I think one win is 50 points. So now we're starting to get into where you're one race behind. So right now the championship with just now we're going to round 7 of 9 next. We really have 6 drivers within one race of the lead, and then after that, probably the remainder of the top 10 and top 15, possibly like a race and a half within the lead. Now we'll start looking at as we get through these next couple of races here in the next 3 months. That number reducing, so we will get down to a championship crew at Indianapolis. But that is kind of how the points are right now. It's Murph still the leader. No wins this season for Murph. But he's still the points leader. Schaus, 1 win. Peterson, 1 win. Wagner, 1 win. Turner Johnson is 5th. Teed, no wins. He's in 6th. Pahutsky, no wins in 7th. Lewis, 8th. He has 1 win. Craig Forsyth, no wins in 9th. Jacob Wilson, no wins and tied for 9th. And John Martins with 1 win in 10th. So really, it just goes to show you, if you don't have a win, you could still do well if you put good finishes on the board. And that's what we got. We got 6 races, 6 different winners. So now we set up for another style race just like this here in a couple weeks at Michigan, Lewis, where we might see 7 for 7. But we don't know until we get there. And I know you'll be back in the car by then. We'll have Andrew Wood back. And everybody in chat, if you have not done so already and you're still paying attention, everybody please say happy birthday to Andrew Wood. Today is this weekend is his birthday. He is on a pleasure trip right now over in Europe with some friends doing, I think, some karting. But this is his birthday, so everyone in chat, make sure to wish him a happy birthday. He will be back here in 2 weeks when we go to Michigan. But Lewis, thanks for joining and being part of the show here tonight. Of course, you'll be with me tomorrow night and also Tuesday night and then also Thursday night. So we'll be with each other a lot this week. But good race here tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't get a close photo finish because of the caution that came out at the end. But it was a good race, and I think the racecraft of these guys is getting a lot better. Kind of where it started this season. The races were a little rough at the start, but now we're starting to see a little bit better racecraft, and these guys are looking a lot better here heading into the last couple of races this season.
Yeah, it's like when it started the before the race, the draft is make the car going to the wall. It's not easy. It's not. Maybe it's gonna be should be pack race in the first maybe 15 laps, 20 laps, but then the last 10 laps to the stint is getting more difficult in the track. That's the good races. That's a good thing we have to have in this with this car, because in some other places you can see this car is just full throttle and just try to management your try to put your car around this field. So it was a good race. I really think the practice. The car is, like I said when I started the road, it's really difficult. And even when you was on board, I tried to put the car in the inside. I have to lift the throttle because I could kill somebody on my right side. So it's really tough. And I hope that the next season, talking about next season, look at me. Could be have the same setup in the same track and not put at night, because at night is different situation. So Michigan is gonna be the next one. I don't know if it's the new one or the old one. If
Legacy.
it's the old one,
Legacy.
oh, if it's the old one, for sure it's gonna be a kind of similar we see here, but they cannot take advantage of the IRL or first line close to the apron, because it's kind of bumpy, and the exit on turn 2 is always a difficult stuff over there. So it's gonna be a good race in that in a couple months, a couple weeks in August.
August
So
17th.
let's see what happens. Or a couple, more than a couple of weeks maybe. Yeah.
Yep.
And then it's coming short track in New Hampshire. Who knows which one's gonna be? Maybe the new one. I don't know if the old one's still around. I don't know. And then we're gonna finish in Indianapolis with in that. So it's still 3 to go. Like you said, if it's win the race, but you're consistent in the top 10, you're gonna have like a Murphy strategy to be on the top. But Eric Schulz,
Chows, yep.
have only 4 status, and he is in top 3 or top 5 basically in the standings. So also with 4 races, 1 win and 3 top 5, you can be also on the top. So maybe keep an eye also too with Eric and the next one. And yeah, it's gonna be a good race. And the championship is getting more excited, because it's getting more close to the people in there. Because if you're talking about me, I am really far for over that 70 points. It's really difficult, especially with Forsyth, maybe Pahosky, Schultz, T, to be again contender for the championship, because you need to wait for Murphy, Peterson, Wagner going down and have a bad race, regroup all of them and one. So let's see what happens. So next one is gonna come back Andrew. So I'm gonna come back to the race, and yeah, thank you everyone. See you tomorrow in IRSOA for the next one in Kansas. 2 to go in there.
So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here from Auto Club Speedway here in Fontana. Christopher with his 4th career win. Andy Kirkenbauer finishes 2nd again to his chagrin. He'll get a win, I'm sure he will. Turner Johnson breaks through with the podium finish, comes home in 3rd. Join Andrew and myself again on Sunday, August 17th for round, that's going to be 8. Is it going to be round 8? I forget what we're round 7. That's what we're going to be. Round 7 of the Dark Horse Racing Series presented by The Joy of Driving, as the teams and drivers head to Auto Club's sister track in the Iris Hills of Michigan International Speedway, for our 2nd of back-to-back 250-mile races this season. We got 4 of them. Remember, we got Pocono, 1 here, 1 at Michigan, then in Indianapolis, so 4 of them this season. If you liked what you saw here tonight, Michigan will be more of the same exciting action. Coverage begins around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's 8 to 0 p.m. Eastern. And remember, as always, you can find everything right here on youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting for the correct broadcast time in your area. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy. So please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below to let us know your thought of tonight's race. If you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including coverage of the iRacing IndyCar Open Series at Pocono. Actually, not at Pocono. It's going to be at Chicagoland Speedway this weekend, or this Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the IndyCar Oval Series on Tuesday night at 8:15. We are going to be at, I just need to find my calendar and remind myself where we're going to be at. We are going to be at, Nashville. It's a new aero package, so that could be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
That could be interesting. We'll see. We'll see. But if you like IndyCar action, stay right here on P1 Broadcasting. We'll be your home on Monday and Tuesday nights. Tonight's California 250 and the Dark Horse Racing Series is presented by The Joy of Driving. Looking for entertaining sim racing content? Of course you are. No, everybody is. Look no further than The Joy of Driving. Follow Mark Cohn's racing escapades as he battles for wins and avoids wrecks with cat-like reflexes, all the while providing commentary to make you laugh, cry, or do both. Follow along by subscribing to The Joy of Driving on YouTube or like his Facebook page at The Joy of Driving. All the links you need are in the description. Tonight's race has also been brought to you by 4D Racewear and SimWrap Market. Check out 4D's line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in today's description. Don't forget they will be at the Sim Gaming Expo September 5th through 7th in Schaumburg, Illinois. Check them out on site. SimWrap Market is your go-to source for iRacing paint templates and broadcast resources. From clean-based liveries to pro-level design assets, SimWrap Market has everything you need to build your brand on track. Track cams, you can also get them from them as well. But for track cams for us, you can get track cams from Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook or follow them on X and Instagram. All the links you need are in the description. And also, you can follow all of us for business inquiries and learn more about P1 and what we do. Like us on Facebook. You can check us out on X and Instagram. And you can also find us on Linktree. Again, all the links are in the description. So, for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at the Dark Horse Racing Series and The Joy of Driving, I'm Gary Gatto saying all, thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here next week, or not next week, August 17th. We're about 3 weeks in Michigan for the next race of the Dark Horse Racing Series presented by The Joy of Driving right here on P1. Good night, everybody.